Welcome inside the Moose dressing room, everyone. Mitch Peacock with you, the play-by-play voice of the Manitoba Moose. Pleased to be joined on this very special day by the brand new head coach of the Manitoba Moose. Pascal Vincent is with us. 8th coach in franchise history, 7th in their time in the American Hockey League. What a great day it is for the organization. What does it mean to you?
Well, it's a very special day to me and my family to be able to stay in Winnipeg, work for the Moose. That's to keep working for the same organization that I've been working with for 5 years, to keep that connection with Paul Maurice and the coaching staff with the Jets, to take what I've learned over the years in juniors and combine that to my experience at the NHL level, and to take all that knowledge and to bring it to the American League level with the vision of winning hockey games at the NHL with the Winnipeg Jets, creating some memories over the years with the Moose. There's a lot of emotions today. It's a great day in my life. I'm very, very, very excited to keep working with those guys. And the main thing is when you work with them, you understand the quality of the people you're working with, and the people in Winnipeg, the staff, the fans, even the fans, the players. We have great people here. I'm just excited. I'm very I feel privileged to be this guy, and I can't wait to start.
Jets General Manager Kevin Cheveldayoff at the media conference earlier today to announce your hiring made it clear that you had said some years ago your goal was to be an NHL head coach. How does this fit in with your ambitions?
You know what? When you grow as a hockey coach, and I've been doing this for quite a while now, you've been a head coach pretty much your whole life. I don't know if you ever switch to be something else. I think, and I'm going to try to say it properly, when I got hired in Winnipeg, I wanted to be at some point an assistant coach in order to get better when I would get the opportunity to become a head coach. So my goal was to Claude Noel when I was his assistant, and with Paul Maurice, my goal was I'm going to try to be the assistant coach that I would hire myself if I'm a head coach at some point at the professional level. So that was my goal, to improve as a person, to improve as a coach, to be loyal. Well, that's not an option. You need to be loyal, working hard and stuff like that. But it's been, this journey has been amazing so far. And I just feel it's the right step, and it's because it's the Moose. I wasn't looking for a job somewhere else. I was excited about next year with the Jets, but when that came up, then it felt right.
It's interesting because you made it clear when you spoke with the media earlier today that you see this as a step, not a step back, but a step, because it's about continuing to serve the Winnipeg Jets.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit more about that and how that strikes you from within.
Well, the reason we're here is because we have the Winnipeg Jets. The NHL team is, at the end of the day, if we take it from the other angle, at the end of the day, what we want to win here in Winnipeg, and that's my home now, what we want in Winnipeg is win the Stanley Cup, right? So in order to do that, you got to win some hockey games. And my job as an assistant was, whatever I was doing, was to help the team win hockey games. And now I feel like I'm still part of the organization, but I'm just going to be helping in a different manner with a different role. And I'm going to lead that American Hockey League team. But the goal is to develop good people. The goal is to develop great hockey players that will help eventually the Winnipeg Jets win hockey games.
As you know, speaking of winning, it was a tough season for the Manitoba Moose, a very young team. They turned a number of players pro, guys getting their feet wet at this level, in many cases for the first time, some with a little bit more experience than that. The team developed a lot along the way, but finished up 28th in the overall standings. Tell us about your sense of the balance between growing these players and winning hockey games from a night-to-night basis.
Well, your evaluation, I'm not saying your, but the evaluation of success might differ from one perspective to another person. Winning hockey games has to be part of it, there's no doubt. You have to develop a winning attitude. You have to develop this desire, the burning desire to win hockey games, there's no doubt. But at the same time, there's a fine line between winning at all costs, which is the NHL, and winning after developing. And we want to develop our players to become winners, but in order to do that, they need to know and they need to be aware of what is expected from us to become a Winnipeg Jet. We're all on the same page, and that's the beauty of it. Paul and I, we communicate very well. His vision is clear on what has to be done. I understand it, I support it, I believe in it. We know what it takes to win at the National Hockey League, and I want to bring that to the American League. I want to bring what I know, what I've experienced over the last 5 years to our team with the Moose and help them get better. And we're gonna, at the end of the day, if we do this right, we're gonna win hockey games for sure, but we're gonna win as an organization.
You know, oftentimes when a new coach comes in, people will say to that coach, what style do you want to play? What method do you prefer? How do you want to see the game played? Something that strikes me about what you said in speaking with the media earlier today was it's all about the people. And if the players know that you're dealing with them honestly and person to person, then you have a foundation to build on. So maybe more than what kind of game do you want to play, Pascal, tell us a little bit about your approach to people and how you think you can help these players to feel comfortable and be their best.
Well, if you want to help somebody, you need to be honest with that person. You need to have a fair assessment, what needs to be achieved, and how you're going to achieve that goal. So it's not going to be about me. It's way beyond that. It's about us, and we need to have a clear vision on each and every single players. We need to know what we want to achieve, how we're going to achieve those goals, and what are going to be the steps. And the players will be aware of that. It's going to be wide open. The communication has to be very honest. Sometimes it's straightforward. Sometimes it's just a pat in the back. Sometimes it's a meeting one-on-one. The way will be different for every player, but we're going to coach the team the same way, and we're going to use the same concept, same systems as the Winnipeg Jets, but we're going to apply it to our team. And but you know, I coach hockey, and that's my title. But in real life, I coach people, and I've said it before, and I truly believe, to be a good leader in any fields of life, you need to first truly want to help people, and I want to help those guys get better, and it's not going to be for all players. It's not going to be always, you know, the goal won't be to be the Winnipeg Jet eventually, but you can help in different ways. You can be a leader, you can push the team, you can support the team, you can pull the team on your shoulder, but there's different ways to be a leader, to influence people to get better, and that's going to be my main job. Help those people get better, and that would translate on the ice and eventually for the organization.
To finish things off, I wanted to go back to the start of your time as a head coach when you went to Cape Breton in the Quebec League as a French-only speaking assistant coach. And we're hoping to get some experience in the field and to learn English along the way. And after a very short time, you were thrust into the role of head coach.
Yeah.
How did you make that work?
I went to Cape Breton when I was 27, and I could barely speak English. So I was assistant coach. I was back then already a good student of the game. I was hardworking, and that was the perception of people. And they were right. I'm a hardworking guy, but I wanted to go places. I wanted to expand my knowledge. I wanted to grow. And somebody with the Cape Breton organization believed in me enough to say, well, you're going to learn English, but it's an English spoken community. And I said, okay, I'll go there and I'll learn English. And I'll get paid to do it. And I'll be an assistant coach. Awesome. It works for me. So I've went there for 9 years, but after 12 games, I think something happened and they offered me the job as a head coach. And then I said, well, wait a minute there. I don't really speak English. So I was scared to death. And I was really nervous about the whole thing because if you can't communicate. So I started to dig in and I said, all right, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do it right. And I started to study the dictionary and then repeat what I was hearing on TV, and that's how it started. And today, I know I know I have an accent. I know I'll always have my accent, but I can communicate with players, and I can communicate well. And the bottom line is, I truly care about the people I work with, and you know, we go to places in a different fashion, and we did in Cape Breton. It was quite the experience, but I feel kind of lucky to know that those people were supporting me at the time.
And I just want to point out that my understanding of the story is that in Cape Breton, in those early days, when they said you're taking over and you said, well, I'm learning the language, you went to your players and said, we're in this together, right?
Well, absolutely. I mean, if you don't play games and if you're honest with the people you work with and the people you deal with every day, and hockey players are, yes, hockey players, but they're people. And that was the first thing I told them in the dressing room. I said, all right, they want me to be your coach. I'd like to do it, but I need your help. And guys were amazing. They were. I still remember that day, like if it was yesterday. They were outstanding. And then we went on to create pretty good success in Cape Breton, and it's been a good franchise to me. And I think I'm feeling pretty proud to say today that I was part of it.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure talking with you. Look forward to many conversations ahead.
Thank you.
The new head coach of the Manitoba Moose, Pascal Vincent.